How do everybody? Hope you're all keeping well. Today we've been in Locke Park in Barnsley in South Yorkshire. Locke Park was named after a bloke called Joseph Locke. Joseph, he was a pioneering railway engineer who worked alongside George Stephenson, and he was responsible for designing and constructing major railway lines in UK. Joseph was born in 1805 and he only lived to the age of 55. Now, they weren't without a bob or two, and when Joseph died, his wife Phoebe purchased the land and commissioned the creation of the park as a gift to people of Barnsley, making sure it would be a space for public enjoyment and in memory of her husband Joseph. It really cannot be underestimated the generosity of the Locke family and their contribution to the community. Now, before becoming a park, land was part of a larger estate used for farming and grazing. The transformation into a public park was a significant development for Barnsley during the Victorian era, reflecting the growing trend of creating green spaces for public health and recreation. That park was designed by a bloke called William Henderson and officially opened in 1862. Phoebe was heavily involved in the planning and design of the park. She wanted it to be a place of beauty for the people of Barnsley. It became one of the first public parks in Barnsley and a popular recreation space for residents, and was known as the People's Park. After Phoebe's death in 1866, her sister Sarah McCreary donated more adjoining land in 1874. A fountain in the park was dedicated to Sarah by the working men of Barnsley. A bandstand was added into the park in the late 1800s, becoming a hub for musical performances and community gatherings. The original bandstand unfortunately is no longer there, but music and events remain a key part of the park's identity. My mother recalls going to the park in the 1950s where they held galas. She tells me they used to watch the Salvation Army playing at the bandstand. They used to hold various other events such as glamorous granny and beautiful baby competitions. I'd actually forgotten about these type of beauty shows. When did they stop having them? One of the park's most iconic features is Locke Tower. It's a 20-metre tall tower built in 1877. It was constructed as a memorial to Joseph. It sits at the highest point in the park and it offers panoramic views of Barnsley. Apparently there was a clock on the tower that was removed many years ago. Does anyone have any information on this? Now, the tower is open to the public in the afternoon of the first Sunday of each month, subject to the volunteers being available to man it. The Friends of Locke Park, a volunteer group, actively work to maintain and promote the park. The early history of the park during the 1800s and early 1900s, it was a popular destination for workers and families, especially at weekends and on holidays. It provided a rare opportunity for leisure and relaxation in an industrial town like Barnsley. During World War II, parts of the park were used for wartime efforts, including the construction of air raid shelters and the cultivation of vegetables as part of the Dig for Victory campaign. Today, Locke Park remains a cherished part of Barnsley's heritage, offering a blend of history, natural beauty and community spirit. Loads of folk use the park to take a leisurely stroll, family outing, a picnic or a moment of reflection at the park's cafe. The park continues to be a loved destination for locals and visitors from outside the area. The park includes a children's playground and areas for sports such as Crown Green bowling, and it hosts various community events throughout the year, including fairs, car shows, concerts and outdoor activities. If you've got a spare half an hour or an hour, I'd definitely recommend that you have a walk around the park, sit on the benches, taking all in the atmosphere. It's a great place to visit. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and ta-ra for now.